Welcome back. Okay.
Miss Mize. Miss Mize.
The chat is up for about 1 minute. So just will you mute yourself, please? Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, what's your question?
So, why is there like a square in my chat box? Like on my chat on icon.
I don't know. It would be under more at the bottom.
No, it's in the chat. It was there starting on Spanish.
Oh yeah, she has it turned off. She had it turned off during Spanish. Okay, but my chat is going off too. It is now just to me. Say a question. Where are you on my screen? There you are. Do you have a question?
I was reading a book.
Ooh, I love to hear that, Zay. Love hearing that. Okay, we are going to get started. So here's what the rest of our day looks like. Writing is going to seem a little slow, but it's because I'm going to go over it this week or today and share how I would do my example of how I would write my informational piece of writing. And then starting tomorrow, or the end of today and tomorrow and Thursday, you're going to be coming up with your ideas, and then you're going to be picking your main topic, and you're going to be doing an activity on Seesaw to basically confirm what you are doing. And then from there, I can work with you to figure out who needs office hours to come meet with me, because we might need to change your topic a little bit or make sure it's, I don't know, there might be something we need to fix, or maybe focus a little bit more on. So it's going to just be very kind of all over the place at first, but then it's all going to come together by the end of the week, okay? So just hang in there. Before that, we are going to start with our economy, and I always start with the Economy Big Book. I'm going to read you this book, and then we will get started on writing. And then if you still have questions, you can sign up for office hours. I know I'm meeting with a few friends today. Finally, friends are signing up for office hours. Remember, if you need help with anything, you go click on the link. It's on the last page of your slides. Sign up for office hours. Come to that time that you need to come. It's for you to come. So it's not up to mom and dad. You can totally sign up without mom and dad. It's up to you. It's your learning, okay? So you know where the document is. I've showed you how to use the document. Friends have also used the document. If you need help, ask your parents for help and they will help you. And this is our Economy Big Book. All right, so listening while I read. This is our economy. The economy is very important to our way of life. Here are some facts we thought you should know. One part of the economy is called goods. Goods are items that are produced in order to be sold, like toys, cars, food, and clothing. So we have goods. You'll be hearing this more on Wednesday. You're going to be doing activities for this. Some goods are grown, like strawberries, and some are made by hand, like paintings. Other goods are manufactured in a factory, which is a building where large quantities of goods are produced by machines. People pay for or consume goods. The economy is very important to our way of life. Here are some facts we thought you should know. Services are another important part of the economy. Services are what you would call work that is done for others, like firefighters putting out a fire or a dentist who checks your teeth. Consumers pay for services the same way they pay for or consume goods. So if we're getting our hair cut, I'm paying someone, I am a consumer. Same thing, if I'm buying strawberries at the grocery store, I am the consumer. The economy is very important to our way of life. Here are some facts we thought you should know. Another part of the economy is called the marketplace. The marketplace is what we call the establishment where all goods and services are sold. The marketplace can include shopping malls, grocery stores, or even purchasing goods and services on the internet. Miss Mize's favorite thing to do. She does this too often. Money is spent to purchase goods in the market. Miss Mize online shops way too much. It's just one of my things I always do too much of. The economy is very important to our way of life. Here are some facts we thought you should know. Producers are also a very important part of our economy. A producer is anyone that provides or sells a good or service. A producer supplies things through their business. Producers also provide services like someone teaching you to play the violin or a person who cuts your hair. So when I'm getting my hair cut, I'm the consumer, and the person who is cutting my hair is the producer. The economy is very important to our way of life. Here are some facts we thought you should know. Consumers are important to our economy. A consumer is someone who uses goods and services. You are a consumer. I missed it. You are a consumer anytime you purchase something to eat or wear. Consumers and producers are independent because they rely on each other. If a producer makes a good, he cannot sell it without a consumer or a buyer. So a producer is not going to make something if no one's going to buy it, right? It would make no sense to buy it. So you have to make sure that there's consumers that are going to want your product. The economy is very important to our way of life. And I think that is the end. That is. Okay, so we have our economy big book. That is just a quick introduction to what we are going to be talking about in economics. Right now, the second grade teachers and I, we're all reworking our market day, because you guys have all been to market day, or you've had a sibling do market day. Remember the school, we do it every year. Well, this year, obviously, we're going to be virtual learning. Maya, I need that put away. So because we're virtual learning, it's going to look a little bit different this year. You're not going to be selling goods and services quite like we were last year with second grade. So we're playing around with it, coming up with some ideas. We have some really good ideas up our sleeves, so we will talk more about that. Okay, so last week, we're now switching over to writing. You do not need anything out. You are just listening to me. Otis, do you have a quick question? Is it about
so in Star Academy, it was Goa Play Day. The first year I couldn't go to Goa Play Day because I had to go to the dentist, but my sister got to.
we're talking about Market Day, Otis, not Global Play Day, silly. Okay, so we have our expert list. You picked 6 topics. Miss Mize's 6 topics were Pacific Beach, Star Academy, which I crossed off Star Academy and I decided to go with my childhood home, my brother, making friends, being safe and making safe choices at Star Academy, and cleaning. And the reason, remember, I crossed off Star Academy up here was because I kind of incorporated it into, I decided, oh, it kind of makes more sense for me to add that I'm making safe choices and being safe here at Star Academy. So I put it in here, even though it's kind of a little bit of both, but I crossed it out. Then I picked those 6. I added them to my topic grid. at the top. This week, we're working on our subheadings. So these are 3 of our paragraphs. I need eyes. Eli, I need that put away. You don't need anything in front of you. You are just listening. So we have our subheadings. Here's our topic, the main idea, and then the subheadings 1, 2, and 3 for each one of these are going to be those key details, kind of what we're talking about in Ready Reading. So if I were to go through, and now I'm going to write in my key details for each one. I'm going to do 3 of my 6 because I don't want to have you sitting here forever and ever. I'm going to do the, I'm going to do my brother, making safe choices at Star. And I think I'm going to talk about either Pacific Beach or my childhood home. I'm going to come back to that one. So the one that sticks out to me first, and it's because I got to see him this weekend and say bye to him, was my brother, Sean. So I'm going to switch over and I'm going to look at my topic for my brother. Some things about my brother. So I remember I'm explaining to my reader, to you guys could be my readers, who my brother is. What is he about? You guys know nothing about my brother. So I'm going to be telling you through my informational writing. So talking about my brother, I'm going to talk about he played baseball. That's one, that would be one paragraph about my brother, is that he plays baseball.
Was he a baseball player?
Was. I should not see any writing. You should just be watching. Maya, I need your screen on. You're just watching me. Look, you don't have to do anything. You get to sit there, you guys. Okay, the second thing about my brother, I'll say he is younger than me. So he's 25. And then another interesting fact about my brother, he is in the military. So remember, he went to the Air Force Academy. So I would talk about how he's in the military. So those would be my 3 subheadings. Now I'm going to talk about making safe choices at Star. What are some things that you guys could probably help me with this? So we're going to talk about being safe at Star Academy. Well, when you guys return to campus, how we would be safe at Star Academy. One way we could be safe is by being 6 feet apart. That's how we can make a safe choice at Star Academy. A second one could be maybe that we're wearing a mask. Wearing masks. So notice that I'm writing, these are very short. So I'm going to go into more detail about each of these things. But for now, I'm just kind of doing the skeleton of our writing. And then my third thing, you definitely have to wash your hands. Washing hands. So 6 feet apart, wearing masks, washing hands. Now I'm going to go through the rest of these on my own time, and I'm going to add more things, subheadings that would work for these. So for Pacific Beach, some things that I could talk about for Pacific Beach. I could talk about, I lived there during college. It is a beach town. And gosh, I really can't think of anything else. Okay, so I'm gonna cross that one out. That one's definitely, I don't have enough information on that one, so I'm just not even gonna try. I can't come up with a third subheading, so that one's just out. My childhood home. I could talk about I could talk about my bedroom. I could talk about how old the house is. / how I was born in it. And then my third topic would be about the time that my dad burnt our house down. Dad burnt house down. And that is a now funny story that I have to tell you guys, but that's for a later time. However, my dad burning the house down, that's such a big story. That could be my informational piece of writing. So this is too broad. So I don't think I can do my childhood home. Making friends. So then I would go through and I'm also going to do these two. So making friends, that's me being social. I could talk about my personality, but that's kind of my opinion. I don't know what I would write about for making friends. Does anyone have any ideas? Maybe something I could write for making friends? I need some ideas, so maybe it'll get Mize's brain.
Saying hello.
Who was that?
Saying hello and you want to play with them. Shazib. Saying hello and you want to play with them.
Shazib, can we do a blue hand next time?
Yeah.
But yes, saying hello. Okay, so talking and communicating. I could say that I like, let's take some more friends. Bailey, what's maybe something else? Yeah, I'm good at communicating.
Being kind.
Ooh, okay, so I could go into kindness. I just still don't feel like I could write a whole paragraph, 5 paragraphs on this, making friends. Like, I just don't see that one working out. So I'm just not even I came up with some ideas. Cleaning. Now I'm gonna go into cleaning. Some things that I like to do with cleaning. I love cleaning my bedding. So I'm gonna talk about cleaning bedding. I love washing my sheets. So bedding / laundry. I love cleaning my car. And I love cleaning I honestly like organizing my closet. So I'm gonna say cleaning my closet. And once again, I just feel like these are very broad. I could talk about how to clean my car in a whole essay, in a whole 5 paragraphs. So this one also might not work. But do you see how I'm pulling things that I want to talk about for each one of these tasks? Is there any questions on creating your subheadings? Questions on creating subheadings? Go ahead and let's take a 2-minute break. Think of your questions and come back with your questions. Let's take a 2-minute break. You guys are wiggly. 2-minute break, come back with questions. Yes. What was that?
Can you turn on the chat?
Oh yes, chat is on.
Miss Mize,
Yeah.
can you actually tell us the story how your dad burnt down the
Yes, I will. I will tell that story.
Yeah.
So I was 5 years old, so I was in kindergarten, and this is my first childhood memory. So like, think of the first thing you remember as a kid. And I still to this day remember it like it was yesterday. And so my brother was learning how to ride a two-wheel bike, and he had this really cool bike. And my dad had this idea of pulling him with like tying the rope to the front of his bike and kind of helping pull him while he was learning so he could get moving. And we were going to go to the park that was next door to our house. And then it was a plastic rope that my dad had, and plastic ropes, you have to kind of like cinch the ends so that it stays together, because it's plastic, so it like basically melts it together. Well, my dad kept the warm piece of the rope that he wasn't using on in the garage and kept it there and left it, and it must have just sparked something. There must have been gasoline or something on his workbench, and so our whole house caught on fire. So then we got a phone call, and my mom used to work on Saturdays, and so it was always, we were with my dad on Saturdays. So my mom was at work, and we got a phone call from my mom at work saying that her cousin our cousins lived down the street at the time, and they said that our house was on fire. So we ran home. I'm at the end of my cul-de-sac, and I can see flames shooting out of the garage, and I had to live in a hotel for 4 months and we had to redo the entire house. And that is how our fire happened. It's pretty wild. It's funny now. We laugh about it now, but it was very stressful at the time, and my dad felt terrible about it for a very long time. But okay, back to what we were doing. I am now going to take questions on this. So remember, you have your main topic, and then you're going to have 3 subheadings for each one, which is like your key details. But remember, each number of these has to be a paragraph. That's like 5 to 6 sentences. You have to be able to write 5 to 6 sentences for each one of these numbers. Okay, now I'm taking questions. Emily, question.
Do you have to cross out some boxes?
Don't want you to cross out anything now. I was kind of just talking. We're gonna cross out in a little bit. First, all you guys are going to do is you're going to start filling these in, and then we're going to start crossing things out. And by the end of the week, you're going to have 5 of these crossed out and 1 chosen. And you're going to be completing a seesaw assignment, okay? But that will be later in the week. I'll explain the seesaw assignment on Thursday. Kendall, question.
That was for early and question. I put down here.
Okay. All right, I can't really hear you. So I think you said you don't have a question, right? Okay. Shreya, question.
My question is about crossing out. On the crossing out the things, like, today do we have to cross out 3, and do we have to like cross them? Do we have to cross them out, or what if we get 3 sentences?
Okay, so you're going to write all of these first. Then from there, you're going to kind of do what Miss Mize did, and I just was like, wow, I don't have enough to write. I can't use that one. Oh, this one, it's too much, cross it out. Or this one's too broad. Or this one's not enough information. And so I'm gonna start picking those out. By the time you're only going to have choose one topic. So now, this is now your time to work on this. So you are going to be doing your subheadings for all of these today and tomorrow. I am going to be here on Zoom. So stay here. If this is just so confusing to you, I need you here. You need your writing packet out. You need to be on page 10. And I want you to start filling out your subheadings now, your subtopics for each one.
Oh, never mind.
Emily.
If you have any questions, do we stay or do we have to stay the whole time?
You can start working on it. I would start working on it with me on here. And then just in case you do have questions, and then after a few, if you're getting the hang of it, then you can go. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and get started on your own. You need to start writing in your 3 subheadings for each one.
So, my issue, thank you.